Hi everyone! Today I want to show you why the Titan deck rules and stays so dominant, but I will also show you in a second game how to beat them by playing fast and out-microing them. When you learned something new or like commented gameplay, I would appreciate a like very much. So let's watch the first game.
Warning. Challenge battle initiated. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Alright, as you can see, it's a challenge match. I wasn't very confident that I could beat this guy. Let's see it from my perspective. I wasn't too confident that I could beat this guy in the late game, so I wanted to go Titan as fast as possible, and more or less I rolled the dice. I was going blind double harvester and thought, okay, maybe it worked, maybe it didn't, and here I got lucky and it worked. So here he's going after my second harvester. I try to defend it and heal it up, and this is a neat little trick. I swap my harvester so that the one with full HP can soak up more damage and buys me some time. In the meantime, I'm healing both of them, and now I'm cleaning up the Razorback with my Pitbull. Okay, here I finished the Razorback so that my remaining rifles can attack the missile squads. Unfortunately, they go down to a second Razorback, but I have enough money to build my Hammerhead. Here the missile starts to charge, so I don't want to fully commit on defending my harvester. I also want to go for the pets, and this is also what my opponent does. So he tries to contest the pets, but he can't. Here I ignore my harvester being damaged, and I just care about the first missile. I got it. My harvester takes a lot of damage, and now here comes the first Titan. Get the first Pitbull. Luckily my harvester does not drive in front of it. And now I ignore the missile for some time. I'm just going for his harvester. I was thinking about getting his Pitbull, but most of the time I tried the Titan deck. I'm still behind on economy and lose in the end. So this is why here I went for the harvester first. I just used my Razorback to buy some time. And here comes my Hammerhead, and yeah, even if my Razorback would have went down, yeah, and it did, but I got the second missile and won. Yeah, so I was very happy with this challenge match. Let's have a look at a second game where I was against a Titan player. So here, as you can see, I have an aggressive Nod deck, and he has the standard Titan deck. So let's see how this goes. As I have an aggressive deck, I want to scout as soon as possible, so I build my drones before the first harvester. I see his single harvester and that he went barracks, so normally what I like to do is build a second wheel. You will lose to, if he just keeps building rocket troops, you will lose in the long term. But at this stage you can just stall out a bit, since he is a single harvester as well, and you save up for your fanatics. This way, you are not so much behind on units and just have your fanatics, and you have something to work with as well. Okay, here my first fanatic goes down. Unfortunately my bikes didn't get the boost, and now I try to fight two pitbulls with my single bike, which does not went very well. I split my my units so that I can attack his rocket troops with my fanatics, And now I try to stack up on fanatics before I go in, because one on one, they are, I think they win, but they take a lot of damage to rifles, and if you get unlucky, they will go down to them. So I waited a bit, I built a second one, and then I just go in with this. So here I hold the missile for a while, although my stealth tank takes some damage. I get lucky and get his Razorback in one volley, and now I try to push his harvesters and just yeah, I try to push him so that he might made a mistake. I build a second Fanatic because most of the time you win with this deck with just Stealth Tank and Fanatics. Yeah, this was bad. I could have attacked this weak Harvester, but luckily I scouted the Titan and builded my Banshee. Here I wait the shot, and once once he has to reload, I will go in with my stealth tank. Unfortunately, my stealth tank goes down, but I have my Banshee, which is not really harmed by his Titan or his Razorback. I don't care that it would lose to the rocket troops because the game is already over. Yeah, and the Titan just never really had some time to push me back. Yeah, so that's how you finish the game quickly and win against the Titan deck. Alright, one bonus game I want to show you guys with a deck I recently discovered and I like very much against a tech deck. So let's see how you can play aggressive with this one. So this deck is especially good against Nod, because Nod does not have very efficient anti-air in the early game. So my game plan is to rush with laser drones, and if he builds laser squad, I would withdraw and build my harvester. If he goes bikes, I will just fight the bikes with my laser drones, because I think one on one they will win in defense, but if you have multiple laser drones, you can annihilate the bikes before you take any relevant damage. And also, once the harvester goes down, you have enough, and he is out of money now. He does not the income that you have, so you can just keep pushing this. He will never really recover unless he saves up a bunch of money and pushes you back in one go. So since most people want to build a new harvester, they have to defend it. So he has to build more bikes and spend more of his income. At this point, I stop pushing the harvester because I want to have the missile first and then continue. Unfortunately, he builds a buggy. I thought he would go bikes. Otherwise, I could have done a lot of damage to his base and maybe finish the game by a base kill. Yeah, but also the buggy is not so good against laser drones as the bikes are. So I just keep building laser drones, and at this point I realized that he has a lot of vehicles. So I built my marauders, and even against the buggy, which is anti infantry, as you can see on equal levels, the marauders just take 1/5 of their health while the buggy goes down. I try to split his attention and go for his base. I don't really care if I win by base kill or if I just get the missile. The point here is that his attention is split. So you want him to split his attention, you want him to make mistakes, and here in a desperate move he builds he boosts his buggy. I realize that his buggies are no match for my stealth tank, and I just keep building stealth tanks and marauders. I'm way ahead on economy, and he does not really have an answer. As you know, as we now know, he has tech, but he will never be able to afford it. And here the missile is already gone. I attack his base and yeah, he realizes that the game is lost and surrenders. So GG to him. Okay, if you want to have a last look at the decks I used, it was the aggressive Nod deck. This is my default deck when I play ladder. I like this one very much. It's not really specialized against anything, but it also does not have really big weaknesses. So if you lose with this deck, you mostly have done either you done errors or your opponent just out-microed you. But there is no real weakness again in this deck. No. So this is the Titan deck I used. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to Level Up Gaming and let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye!